Okay, now that we have our entitlement rules, and just for quick summary, our entitlement rule is associated to a group. Our group is called entitlement sample requests. Just for the sake of demonstrations here, just showing how to do things. Now, since we have our entitlement rule created at this point, we can now go back to our service catalog and associate this entitlement rule uh, to our catalog. Now remember, you could do it either at the sample or at the category layer or at the sample offering layer. In this case, we're going to go ahead and do it at the sample offering layer. So we're going to go ahead and edit this. And when editing these things, you can see as we scroll down, you have an audience. Okay, so an audience is effectively how you define and associate a entitlement rule to a set of people. So in this case, we're going to go to the audience section. We're going to click the little add drop down. In this case, we only have one option, the entitlement rule that we just created called sample requests. If you had multiple entitlement rules, you obviously would have multiple there. And if you needed to search them, you could start typing in the field, um, for quick search. So we're just going to go ahead and choose sample requests. And now that sample requests has a group called entitlement sample request that will have access to this offering. Now, similarly, if you wanted to do it on a category, we could go to the category. I'll show you just for the sake of demonstration purposes. You can edit the category and do the exact same thing with its audience. So effectively, anywhere you see that audience drop down, you could um, provide entitlement to things. Now, the entitlement methodology is a layered approach. So, if the category, you may come to a situation if you're not careful that the category may prevent somebody from browsing to the item, but the offering, if you have an entitlement uh, group and an audience set on the offering and on the category, you may enter into a situation where the offering allows somebody to order it even though they can't see the catalog in and of itself. So you need to watch out for those things, right? Because the offering would override the fact that they can't see the catalog, the category itself, but they could see the offering. So they could potentially search for it. It could potentially show up in other areas for them to get to the offering, even though they can't see the category. So just be cautious and aware of that if you do go with a hybrid approach of using audience and entitlement rules on both categories and on offerings themselves.